Hello. So we're taking AIDzee to the hospital. I don't even have ambulance lights though. But,
We've got to go to the hospital. We were going to do a TFU, but it's even more TFU.
Yes.
Because I'm going to the hospital again.
Yeah, it's a precautionary thing. It's just, you know, with the where you sort of got a no sensation beneath your knee sort of thing.
Yeah, which is, you know, sigh.
So when he shows up and can barely walk, it's like, we might want to look at that.
Well, when I show up and can barely walk, that's normal.
Well, there's, yeah, you see, and again, anyone who knows AIDzee in real life will know, to a degree, that's true. You know, the big walkie stick is not a prop, it's a hold AIDzee upright thing.
That's right. And then I've rocked up. Well, I didn't sort of so much rock up as jazz up. I didn't even jazz up so much as Negro spiritual up. No, not, more like Neanderthals banging rocks together. Rocked up.
Just barely shuffled up.
Yeah. And I've given it a bit of, hey, let's do TFU. And then Angry's given it a bit of, hey, you look like shit. And I've gone, yeah. And he's gone, nah. You gotta go to the hospital and get your leg chopped off.
Well, that's, you know, we hold out hope that's not going to be the strategy they go for.
Yeah. Or we hold out hope for a lot of things, but I've had a lot of stuff chopped off.
Yeah, you know.
You get free food.
Yeah.
When they chop stuff off. You do get to hang there for a long fucking time though. And that tends to get a little bit off the tedious.
That's the bit you weren't looking forward to, yeah? Having to actually wait for ages for someone to actually do something.
Yeah. And then what I'm hoping is I get in there and they go, oh, you are off of a poof who is a malingerer. Go home. And I'll go, yes, okay, bye, go, yeah, bye. What I'm hoping is that happens. What I'm a bit worried about is that they'll go, oh, you've got a blood clot, you've got to stay inside.
Yes, hopefully it's the sort of thing that they can send you on your way before too long. We don't want anything overly dramatic happening.
That's right, because otherwise I've got to get my laptop in the hospital and make videos in there.
Yes.
Which is, you know, difficult. Because what happens is that the nursoids and the doctoids come in and say, hump, 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 well, very important. Well, I've got to do stuff on you. Hop, hop, hop. And I'm going, I'm vlogging here. And they're going, hop, hop, hop. That's not as important as sticking metal in you. And I say sticking metal in you, I mean injections. And a lot of injections I like. A lot of injections they say, would you like some morphine? Because they say that in those tones. I mean, they could be saying it in tones like, but when they say it, I go, and in my mind it's like, would you like some morphine? I go, yes, I would, very muchly so. And then they go, okay. And then it hurts when they put it in, and then it stops hurting. Lots of stuff stops hurting.
And then nothing hurts at all.
And what's best is if they give you a PCA, which is patient-controlled anesthesia.
Oh, that's where you have the little button.
It's when you have a button. What's when you have a clicker button, and you go beep. Oh, that's morphine. Beep. Oh, that's more morphine. Beep 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 beep. You're not allowed to have that much morphine because they tell you how much you're allowed to have at once, and they say, yeah, no, dude, come on, don't get stupid. And I say, I like getting stupid. And they say, yeah, but when you get stupid, you go for little walks around the hospital. I take my PCA with me though.
Yeah, that's not something you leave behind.
No, I take that with me. I don't need my bag with my urine in it. I take that off.
You can cut certain things off, but
Yeah.
not the happy button.
No, not the happy button. That comes with me. And then they say, oh, there's no battery, you need extension cords. So I take extension cords off other people in the ward. Now, some of them are life support machines, and I accept that.
Yeah, but you know,
But
how important is it
They're not
really?
my life.
Yeah.
They're not my PCA.
Yeah.
You know, I once took a life support machine off a Nobel Prize winner. Now, I figured once you've got a Nobel Prize,
You're done.
you've done your work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got the medal, you've shaken Gustav's hand, you know, you've got the blue and the gold, you've got your cushy gig at a university. So, you know, all right. You're suffering from bullet wounds from people who don't like GM farming. I reckon it's okay for me to take your extension cord.
Seems reasonable.
It does, doesn't it?
Their time's done.
Their time's done. My time is not done.
Despite all evidence to the contrary.
Well, this is rather the point, isn't it? You know, some of us are survivors. You know, like Elton John said in the famous Calais Beach video clip, I'm still standing.
Right. I thought there was going to be something about penises. I was waiting to see where that was going.
I'm still standing. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid, I'm still standing. With penises in my mouth and arse.
Yeah. That's the party.
That's the party, right there. You know, I've been practicing my coffee table attributes. Where was I? Where did I write that down the other day? Practicing being a coffee table.
I think that is one of the things you said when we were doing the 8-hour blog TV on New Year's Eve.
That would be it.
That sounds familiar.
It does, doesn't it?
Look, there are certain gaps in what I remember tonight, but I remember things generally.
We were on baby Tylenol though.
And that sounds familiar.
And that baby Tylenol will put gaps in your memory.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just thought there's posters next to what's on Giggle and Hoot, who I'm not particularly familiar with, but the guy looks a bit like Ray William Johnson.
He does a bit, doesn't he?
And Bananas in Pyjamas, who seem to have been remodelled.
Well, you know, Bananas in Pyjamas are now a CG thing. I'm just going to try and get the GoPro to see through the window.
Let's have a look. That's the show we're talking about, which is probably too far away. But you take that back now.
I'll take that back.
Yeah, but that's a stage show, and they seem to have remodelled them. And Lazy Town, which is interesting. It looks like
French.
Yeah, is it French or French Canadian?
It's just French.
It's just French. Because it looks like the same dude, but obviously the girl's going to have been replaced, because the girl in the picture looks the age of the girl from the show, but the show was some 5 to 10 years ago, so
all I can say is control tops and strap downs.
Could be. And by Jingoes, haven't there been some disturbing remix videos done of her specifically and Lazy Town generally on the interwebs?
Well, you know what? In that same vein, I want to talk about Emma Watson.
Right, this is going somewhere good, I can see.
Right, Hermione Granger turned up at Hogwarts in year 5, or whatever it was, Form 1.
Yes.
And she was a girl with longish hair, and she was a bit plain, and it was all fine. And then she finished Hogwarts in Form 6, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then she went to the red carpet opening of the last film with short hair and a revealing black dress, and I felt, no, she's 18.
Yeah.
It's okay for me to have these feelings about her.
Yes.
It's legal for me to have these feelings about her. it's probably immoral for me to have these feelings about her.
Probably objectionable.
Probably.
Yeah.
She would probably look at me and go, "Oh no, thank you."
Yeah.
No, she's not. Doesn't speak like that. She speaks more with London. "Oh no, thanks." It's the London look. Yeah, she's more the London look, isn't she? She's more Rimmel.
Yeah.
She's more partying all night. You know, she flies first, not coach. Yeah, she's a bit like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. You know, and she likes kissing Rupert Grint. Because she only had to do it 5 times.
Right.
And she likes kissing, what's the other guy?
Harry, you mean...
His name is...
we've gone mental blank, we know that. Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe, yeah. Because I saw him in Equus. Well, I didn't see him in Equus, I saw
seen photos.
Photos of him naked in Equus, yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to commend him too, because his mates were saying, aren't you embarrassed, aren't you worried about doing Equus because you'll jump on stage with an erection? And he said, God, please let that happen, because as soon as you jump on stage, your penis goes into the tiniest little thing that it can possibly do.
Shrinkage.
And I went, shrinkage. And I've gone, oh, Daniel. And then I did a show, and it's right. When you go nude on stage, you think, that's not my cock. Someone else has taken the cock of a child and then whacked it on my cock, because it disappears. It runs away.
It gets stage fright.
And I'm going, I'm having a good time. Where are you?
Which,
Should I shake you around a bit, just to give you a little bit of volume? No, that's TFU as well.
That's going to alienate those. But that is available on the AIDzee Code Grey YouTube channel.
Think
the actual full nude scene.
Think full nude scene, but think a third to a half as long again.
Yeah. Now what we're saying is it's like swimming in cold water.
It's like swimming in cold water.
Going on stage in front of a bunch of people naked.
Yeah. Even if you're concentrating on the show, even if you're not even worried about your tackle.
No, it's not a completely voluntary thing, is what we're saying.
No, your tackle just disappears. And you look back at pictures and you look back at bloody video and you go, oh no. No wonder people aren't coming up to me and say, hey big boy, can I buy you a martini and some oysters? Because they're basically going, you've got no cock and I don't want you. Now, on the other hand, there were some twinks who were giving it a bit of, it's my first time, be gentle. Yeah. Now, that's a lie. I just said that to make myself feel better.
Yeah, and that's completely reasonable. No, you sort of scored big with the fetish for extreme body scarring people.
I really did, and that's quite frightening. I didn't expect that to happen, and it fucking really did.
Because those people are out there.
They are out there, and I didn't get PMs so much as emails. And I very rarely read emails because I can't read. But I just thought, oh, I better clear my inbox. 2/3 of my inbox were all about, hey, I don't want you to think I'm a freak, but I'm into extreme scarring. And not self-inflicted scarring, but
natural.
Scarring. And I'm going, right. And then I got a couple of emails that said, did you self-inflict that scarring? And I've gone, no, that was just surgery. And I never heard from them again.
Yeah, there's all sorts, isn't there?
All sorts. It takes different strokes to make the world go round.
Yeah.
That was a double entendre, did you notice?
Different strokes for different folks.
Did you notice that? Different strokes?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
We were talking about penile stuff, which is TFU.
Yeah.
We're going to the Royal Melbourne Hospital soon. The place of the flappy dog, which has been knocked down. They knocked down the Royal Dental Hospital where the flappy dogs lived. I'm going to write a blog.
Okay.
About flappy dogs, because
that seems
no
fair.
one believed me about the flappy dog.
Yeah, again, you can find that in Code Grey, the whole thing probably would have gone better for you if you'd remembered that they were actually called penguins.
I agree.
They still would have thought that, no, your perceptions have been altered.
Yeah.
But they would have made an effort to look in the direction you were pointing.
Yeah.
If you hadn't said flappy
dogs. Yeah.
At the point you start expressing that I see flappy dogs.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't think they have to expend much effort in.
I agree. I agree. But flappy dogs was the closest I could come up with to penguin.
Ketamine will do that to you.
Ketamine will do that to you, and I think that was my downfall, was the fact that I was on the ketamine, the Special K. But the weird part was I hadn't fallen down the K hole at that point. Yeah. I fell down the K hole much later when I cut myself out of all my tubes.
You did something far worse.
Far worse. Yeah.
As opposed to being
fucked unit.
You were just being very mildly hallucinatory. What is this fucking idiot on the bike doing in front of us?
He is being a motorcycle pizza delivery man.
Wait, we want to turn right up here, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
And go up here.
Up here. Don't get run over here.
No, we'll let that
He's
go.
a cockhead. No one likes him. It was tissue what he just did.
Yeah. Oh, I've worked out where we are now. That's all good.
Oh, I don't want doctors to look at my leg and say that it's fucked. I want to go home tonight.
I empathise. Well, you know, you consistently amaze me with what you get away with hospitals. Seriously, sometimes various people have brought you to a hospital location, and as far as I was concerned, you were looking 10 different kinds of fucked, and you've got out the same day, like you haven't even done an overnighter.
Yeah.
I've been absolutely astonished, I have to say.
Yeah.
So your ability to turn things to your will is pretty goddamn impressive as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So you never know your luck. I think this is one of those things. It's worth checking out. You know, as boring as it's going to be to wait around a couple of hours.
Oh, I talked to the other patients.
Oh well, I'm sure that brightens their day.
And I do strip dancing for the nurses.
Yeah.
And of course security as well.
Yeah.
Because you strip dance for nurses, security turns up and they provide music.
Yeah.
The music being, get into the back of the van, get into the back of the van, get into the back of the van, or we'll kill you. We're gonna hit you over the back of the head. And that's
as far as you've ever got with the song?
That's as far as I ever hear of the song. It's weird.
Yeah, it seems like a very odd place to end a song.
Oh, well they demand that they say head.
We are not gonna. That's a bus stop.
Bus stop.
We'll just sit behind this taxi. If there's a taxi rank. All right.
Hey, you're a very sexy man. I'll get out of your way.
All right.
Have a GoPro.
See you later,
peeps. I'll see you later. You might see me in hospital. You might see me back at Angry Studio. Love yous.
Bye.
Bye.